From my behalf also, very warm welcome to you all who came here. There are friends here. Some of you have been walking through the journey with all this time, and some of you are the new friends as well. Welcome everybody. So, already 11 years when there was a Jolla Loveday first time. When I invited one of my friends a few months ago, I sent her a message on 20th of May, put it on your calendar, there's going to be Jolla Loveday. She was saying that, oh, I had no idea what that is, but I'm in. But Sami, maybe you could clarify us that what was the background of Jolla Loveday, why it was called Jolla Loveday, and what's the background of
You mean the original Jolla Loveday?
The original Jolla Loveday.
11 years ago. Well, I think it happened that we were a bit short on cash and runway, and you just told it to the press that we are going to announce a phone. Is that true?
It's true, and I made a mistake. I did remember to check from Tommy, Sami's brother, that hey, I'm going to go to the press. I don't see any other choice here because otherwise we are dead. And I went to the press, and I forgot to tell to the people in Jolla, so they were all reading from the newspapers that we are going to launch a phone. Interesting. But sometimes the pressure is really creating the results, and that really happened on Jolla Loveday 11 years ago. So it was probably one of the first large crowdfunding campaigns also in Europe. Kickstarter was just starting at that time. And we actually pre-sold to 136 countries. And I don't remember the number of the phones, but maybe in a ballpark of 2,000 phones was sold that day, which was an expression of love, of course. So since then, company has gone through quite challenging and rocky road. I think that it has had it had used at least 5 of the 7 lives companies could have. And as Richard Windsor, when we met him in Mobile World Congress this year, wrote, since that time it has been smashed, crashed, chewed up, spat out, and turned into fish bait, but somehow it has survived. So today we'll have some presentation about what has been happening lately. We did a management buyout. We'll talk a little bit about that, and then we are introducing to our business areas what we are doing. Then Sami will have a secret Sailfish news will be released today, and then I will be presenting fresh new demo about our new product, AI Companion, which is first of its kind in the world. And then finally, we'll have a demo corner somewhere here so that you can test yourself the AI Companion. And then we'll have some music, and then we'll continue partying. And then, so maybe if I can have Petteri on the stage as well.
Sure. Hi, everybody.
Welcome. So we started trying to acquire Jolla already since 2022 March, and we tried for 1 year to negotiate and resolve the situation, what basically was caused by Russia and Ukraine war, without any outcome. But finally, we were able to acquire not the Jolla company, but actual business IP, and the personnel also were transferred to a new company which we established in August called Jolly Boys, which we can call here Jolla Group. And Sami will talk more about the Sailfish OS and the Jolla branded product. Sami is the one who is leading this Jolla Group business here.
That's me.
And then I will talk later about this AI business. We have a separate company, Venho AI. We are continuing with the boat team here, venhois in Finnish means boat. It's a very old word. Some of the Finns even don't know about that word. So I'll talk more about that, and then Petteri will give few words about Sailfish and automotive business. Please, Petteri, go ahead.
Yes, yeah, hi. It's great to be here and great to be part of this amazing journey. It's really incredible. But even during the times of Jolla, when we were kind of, in a way, trying to see a way forward from a very tricky situation, we realized that we have a lot to give to the automotive industry. That the basic principle of privacy and digital independence applies as much in cars as it does in mobile phones. And we started a strategic collaboration during 2019, 2020 with Mercedes-Benz. And from there on, the automotive side of the business kind of took its own momentum. And as the automotive requirements are very specific, and the car OEMs are very specific in what kind of software they put in their cars, it was important to separate this business into its own entity. And that's why we start, as part of this transformation and restructuring, we started Sailfish, which I'm running now as CEO. And we have a very great reference with Mercedes-Benz. If you go into the new E-Class, our software is running there. And a good momentum with other car OEMs around the world, and yeah, that's I think a very nice part of the whole story. And we have a separate little event on Wednesday focusing on the automotive side of things and some AI stuff related to that. So just pull me on the sleeve or one of us, and we can discuss more on that. So I think that's, I guess, from me.
Thank you, Petteri.
Thank you, Petteri.
Yeah, so just also clarifying, thank you, Petteri, for clarifying this, that these all are separate businesses. Jolla Group is a separate, its own entity, Sailfish is in its own entity, and Venho is an own entity. Before I let Sami to start telling secret Sailfish news, small advertisement for next Jolla Loveday. It's in 11 years, 2035.
So after that, nobody can come say that I didn't know about it.
Yeah, and we started preparing early this time.
All right. Thank you, Antti. And hey, let's talk about Sailfish. This is why we most are here, isn't that so? Indeed, the thing that we all love. Then that's why we have also Loveday originally. So, about Sailfish roadmap. So now, very happy to say today that we have released the early access release of Sailfish OS 4.6. It's been a long journey now getting also this release out, but it's now in early access as of today. I hope the guys got it out. Rainer is saying yes, which is great. So it's our first release with 5G enablers. It has taken a time, but trust me, it's quite a push for this kind of a platform to do it, and also many thanks to the help of the community on that. A lot of fixes, over 300 different fixes, improvements, app support, native security permissions, all sorts of stuff. New compiler for those who really get into the detail of making their own editions, community editions, and so forth. Really important milestone as of today. One of the key things. Now, what we are going to do next on the roadmap is that we are going to finally now, thanks to many of you in community as well, release Sailfish on Sony Xperia 10, 4, and 5. So that's still taking us some 1 to 2 months now as we got the early access out of 4.6 release. We can build on top of that, and based on that release, the Sailfish OS release for Sony Xperia 4 and 5. I know many of you in the community have actually acquired this device and you've been waiting for this, and some of you have already installed some of the software on it and you've been enjoying it, and we do our best to actually get it a release that can be then updated and eventually also enjoy the paid components that will get out by August. We trust on that. We start with the with the free trial version, so we get that out ASAP, so it's an official release for that, and then move on to the paid version. Now, what's going to happen next is this is now very important change also in the licensing model of Sailfish OS. We are going to move from one-time payment to a subscription model. So all the new models that are coming out to the community and the devices and so forth, this will be supported by a subscription model. $4.99 per month is the fee that will start licensing Sailfish OS, starting with Xperia 10, 4, and 5. Just to be very clear, the free trial version continues as it's been, and also, of course, we continue, as the heritage in this company is, we continue to support the legacy devices for quite some time. Hard to say how long, but somebody from the audience can perhaps say how long did we support Jolla 1, the first phone? Anybody? 7 years. Was it even more? Might be. Huh? That's great. But anyway, of course, we are known to commit to long-term support for legacy devices. At some point, it comes just impractical and technically unfeasible and so forth. We understand that. We all understand that. But we wanna keep going on that. We are gonna cut the price of the perpetual license. So if you recall, it's $49.90 at the moment, or has been. And now, starting today, we cut it to the half as we are moving to the subscription model. So the legacy devices will be the license to the legacy devices will be $24.90 perpetual license. We also changed the model a bit there, so it's more like a support and get a license model that we are moving on with the legacy devices. Now, what happens then next? So we are going to release Sailfish 5 in August-September timeframe. And now what is very important in Sailfish 5 and what we've been preparing now for quite some time is that we are going to clearly separate Sailfish Core from the Sailfish OS. And this is what enables us to actually start to support, develop, and bring to the market embedded devices. So there will be Sailfish OS itself, which is dedicated for mobile devices, smartphones, tablets, and so forth, different kind of devices that we have done together with our customers. And then Sailfish Core, which is dedicated for embedded devices, different kind of interaction models, maybe headless devices, IoT, and so forth. So this is now very important. And the roadmap for Sailfish OS now for the coming year and so. Now, also very interesting news as of today is that we are announcing a new partnership with a company called Reader. Reader is the leading Turkish mobile phone manufacturer and producing over 100,000 units a month already as of today. They have joined the Sailfish wagon by licensing Sailfish operating system from us and starting to be a manufacturing partner together with us. Now, please focus. There is a greeting from the CEO and founder of Reader, a Turkish mobile phone manufacturer. Can I get audio, please?
At Reader, if there is a dream, turning it into reality is possible. Is it possible to develop and export technology in Turkey? As the nation's largest local mobile phone manufacturer with almost 1,000 employees, more than half of whom are women, yes, it's possible. Many other products such as tablets, smartwatches, smart bands, robot vacuums and TVs are also possible, not to mention with an annual capacity of 5 million units in environmentally friendly production. How about making technology accessible to everyone? With over 220 Reader stores across Turkey, yes, it's possible. Breathing new life into our country's industrial heritage, transforming Samsung's old tobacco warehouses into cutting-edge technology production and R&D centers. Yes, it's possible. We dream of a future where grander dreams are realized, where technology made in Turkey reaches every corner of the globe. And if there's a dream, it's possible. Reader.
Hello, Jolla guys and Sailfish lovers. Hi from Samsun, Turkey. I'm the CEO of Reader and the founder as well. I want to address you as our collaboration is getting deeper daily. We are very excited about the abilities of the Jolla team. We have over 3 million users. Monthly we are selling over 100,000 phones with more than 10 models. We are thinking that a collaboration of our hardware company and the abilities of open source mind and software abilities of Jolla and its community is very valuable. Together with our American friends searching for a software partner to tackle the incredible mobile operating system issues, we found our way to Finland, Tampere. We met the incredible engineers there as a hardware manufacturer to know that so much is possible to customize, to change in the depth of the smartphone's operating system is really like a dream come true for us. So I'm very happy that we are on this journey and that we joined you. Hopefully we do great things for the world and we change the world together.
Thank you for Uyghur. And trust me on saying this, that it is a really good company, really nice. We've met them many times. Uyghur is really friendly. The whole company is really friendly, and they are really trying to change not only the local landscape, but also enter other markets outside of Turkey. Listed last year, quite successful listing in Turkey there and so forth, and they have really big vision and ambitious to partner together with us and bring Sailfish to different levels that we've never seen before. Now, moving on, some of you perhaps saw this. There was a bit of teaser in our social media last week. So what is this? What do you think it is? How does it look like? Well, it is a phone. So as of today, we are actually launching Jolla Community Phone, Jolla C2. It is here. There are samples out of it. It will start with pre-orders. So there's a limited batch of 1,000 units available. It's a community edition. $299 including 12-month subscription. It's a good hardware. 8 GB RAM, 128 eMMC, 64 megapixel camera. It will be featuring Sailfish OS 5.0 in all the best it can deliver to you, the community. It's available for pre-orders today, €50 voucher pre-order. We will deliver the first batch in August. It's really going to be and is the Sailfish reference device from now on. This is the way we want to most interact together with the community and all our fans around there. We start with limited batch, 1,000 units, but of course if it sells more, we'll see what we can do with that. It will be done in collaboration together with our manufacturing partner Reader. So it's actually literally a European phone. It is manufactured in Europe. It features European operating system Sailfish OS, the only one really existing on commercial level, and you can enjoy. We start the sales in the European continent, UK, Norway, Switzerland, and the European Union. And we look forward for the other markets, of course, but honestly, it's not that easy to sell globally smartphones and so forth. But this will be available today, later on, also in Jolla shop. So that's what I had about Sailfish. I think you can enjoy me and really agree that there's actually quite a lot that we are delivering in Sailfish OS. Look at it, what we have done in half a year since we went through the structuring. We have released Sailfish OS 4.6. We will be coming out with the Sony Xperia 10, 4 and 5. There is a new subscription model. We will be releasing Sailfish OS Core later this summer, and we have once again a great device, a community device that all of us can start to enjoy, alongside, of course, the very much liked Sony Xperia devices that have been very trusted for several years in Sailfish community. Thank you for that. Let's move to Antti.
All right, are you ready for some artificial intelligence?
The world is drowning in data. It's hard to know what's yours, harder still to control it. The noise, the endless distractions. It stifles innovation and hijacks focus. This world demands so much from us. We struggle to find what's left for ourselves. We believe you deserve control. We envision a tomorrow where technology liberates, where focus thrives. We believe in choice, in transparency, in building things differently. Unbox your mind, your privacy, your terms. Unlock a new level of thinking. Be part of building this with us.
All right. And I know that now most of you are thinking that what the heck is this? And why do they show a box? But let me explain.
The world.
Just a second. I don't know about you, but at least in my case, time is everything. Time is life, and it's precious. And I feel currently that my time is wasted with digital noise. Either it's coming with Twitter, which I need to use for my profession because I need to keep myself updated, but I still have to scroll through all the cat pictures, which are nice, of course, and all other, even fake content, basically, in order to filter out the actual relevant content. Or then I'm bombarded with messages from different applications. I don't know even how many messaging applications I have. Or countless calendar invites, and so on. So basically, we should start thinking that how could we use AI to improve our life? And that's what I started thinking. We started working with AI-related products 1.5 years ago. But this idea came to me about half a year ago, basically. I started thinking that, okay, most probably we'll all have AI assistants very soon, maybe in a year or something, like all Google, Facebook, Amazon, everybody will bring their own AI agents. And we are already seeing it. Even if you open a PDF reader, there's an AI agent there. So soon you will have an AI agent in a Facebook as well. That basically means that our user experience becomes very broken also. Like we don't actually have our own AI agent. We have several AI agents owned by commercial partners or parties. So I started thinking that, okay, how do we use AI so that it actually improves our life, like gives us more time? So I thought that, okay, it should be a trustless box. Why a box? Well, otherwise, everybody would have to trust the brand giving a promise that, okay, we don't use your information. But I'm not sure if we can really trust on that. So that's why I started thinking that it has to be a box where users' own data is held, and there's an AI agent in the box, and then only access to the box is by the user. That's the idea, what I started developing with. So it's 100% private, it's 100% user-controlled, and it focuses on improving our life by reducing the amount of work we need to do with routine stuff. And of course, it has to be an open platform for innovation. And I really think that there's now a perfect time for disruption. We've been, like, last disruption moment in mobile, for example, was, I don't know, after 2010, 2012, when application stores started like really booming. it was possible to build new applications. And I think this is exactly the similar moment. The old rules don't apply. There's a kind of a need for disruption. So what we started designing was basically, we thought that it has to be really big, having big impact. It has to be 5 times faster to use, 5 times less time used for the non-productive work, basically, with an estimate of 1 or 2 hours a day saved. That's our target, basically. Fully private and fully user-controlled. And it should create for us a peaceful digital environment where we control the information flow coming to us, not the other way around. Like now, if you go to Facebook stream or Twitter stream, you don't control the inflow. It's algorithm which controls the information flow. Then further, where information is curated to provide clarity and also learning opportunities. And that's one part of the things what we are now introducing today. We call them knowledge bases, but let's go later on into that concept. So this is what we have now. It is a box. It's also a mini computer, which has an AI in there. And it holds your private data as well. You don't have to travel with this. You can use it from your smartphone, or you can use it from your laptop. You can leave this to office or your home. It connects through a secure VPN connection to your devices. It's at the same time, it's an AI router. So a little bit going to more technical, but not fully technical yet. So it runs a small local AI model, small language model. It has a smart database, so it connects to your email servers, to your calendar servers, what you are using. It connects to your files, for example, and it processes them into a smart database. The industry uses term vector database or machine learning database, if you want to look on how they are called. And then this small AI model is discussing and analyzing that information. But then if it doesn't know, or if the information is too broad for the capacity of the AI, it can connect to larger AI models from here, like ChatGPT or Llama 3, 70 billion parameter model, but it always asks your permission for that. It doesn't do anything without your permission. Every action it does, it asks a permission. That's the principle. You are in control of what is happening on here. You can also connect third-party agents here. We are today introducing later on our partnership with Prifina, which is introducing a fitness agent, which is helping you on your training exercises and so on. You'll hear a presentation and demo from Markus from Prifina. But further, and I will be demoing this, that it's possible for some thought leaders to develop their own knowledge bases, which this device then can then connect to. So if you are interested about, for example, climate change, it's a common problem that how do you find relevant information about this topic? What is fake news? What is real news? So with this device, I could connect to some professor in University of Helsinki who has created the knowledge base about climate change and uploaded all the important articles there. And then you are free to chat with a curated information base. And that's something that I think we actually need. We have lost a collective truth because of the confusion, what is fake and what is real in terms of information. So what question, I'll show you soon, what can you do with this box, basically? And some of you have been using AI, some of you have been using a lot of AI. And of course, AI is not really very well nowadays connecting to your things, basically. It doesn't know your information. Maybe you can upload your document there, but it doesn't really know much about you. In order to build a good AI, it has to know a lot about you, and that's the problem basically. There the privacy comes in basically, like you don't want to expose all of your information to third-party AI. So what you can do with this Jolla Mind 2 is that you upload, it connects to your Gmail account or any other email account. It helps you to read those emails, it pre-filters those emails, we'll show it today. It also helps you to manage your calendar, your tasks. You can, when you're making notes, you just put there that remind me about this task. It helps you to store the information and find information in a much more smarter way than we are today used to do. For example, you could have your contacts. Today we don't really use efficiently any contact tools, but with Mind 2 you could basically ask that, okay, who of my contacts has been recently working on AI, for example. You can't really do that nowadays with mobile phones and so on, but it's technically totally possible that you start building a knowledge base of your contacts, what kind of articles they've been writing about, what kind of tweets they've been doing about, so that you actually can utilize yourself your contact network. So let's go to the demo now just a second. All right, here we have a fresh, fully functional, hopefully, demo of Jolla Mind 2 software. There has been extremely hard work behind this, and I'd like to take the opportunity to thank the developers who've been working so hard and so many hours to create this. It's been incredible effort and achievement, basically. And again, I might have set up quite tight timeline, so it's been a battle, basically. So you can, from this, the whole idea here is that you can manage almost everything from one cockpit, basically, like one screen. You don't jump between applications, but you manage everything from here. So let's go and you can manage this with text or voice also, but today we are mainly using text.
Fetching email now.
So
emails successfully fetched.
So what it does now is that it connects to my Gmail account, which I have here. So we have created a test account for myself, and I have here I have an email from Prifina for NDA to sign. I have an introduction email, and I have a Air Impact company presentation which I need to review. And if we go back here, so it's now fetching the emails for us. Now it does it first time, so it takes a while. Usually it can do it in the background, so when you ask about it, it can be instant basically in the future. So now it asks from me that what would you like to do with this information? So I say basically that process all the tasks. And so the AI basically can also screen the emails which are requiring action from you. So you could have multiple emails which are maybe nonsense or not important, and it would take time from you to scroll them through. Some of them are created by bots and so on. So idea here is that this AI identifies those important emails which clearly require an action from you. So I say that, okay, process all the tasks. So it starts from the first email, which is NDA to sign from Prifina, from Sam. And now in this case, in normal case, I would now go and download the NDA and maybe sign it with a PDF reader and so on. But in this case, I just say sign document. So it automatically fetches the attachment here. We can connect this to other document signing applications, but we have of course created our own, which is a cryptographic signing application, and this can be timestamped in a blockchain. So a bit advanced, because we like advanced things. So let me sign this. Here it wants my password as well. We can also connect two-factor authentication application here. And it's checking my password. And now it's ready to sign it. So we have those who are more technically oriented on blockchain, there's a hash key here identifying the signing moment here. And now the agent is asking me that, okay, do I want to send this to Sam, back to Sam? I say that, okay, sure. And we have designed this in a way that you are always controlled. AI doesn't do anything on behalf of you. You just have to approve everything. So it's saying, okay, thank you for the email. I've signed the document. Can you access it? Blah, blah, blah. I'll say send. And it has sent now. We can later on check the sent emails there as well. Okay, then the next thing is that there's an introduction from Corrado, which is a big problem. Corrado, this is a real introduction, and he usually does like 10 introductions in a row, and it's a massive problem for me because I'm not really good on answering them, and I feel bad about not answering to those, so I really need myself this tool. So I said that, okay, reply to email. And okay, there's already written email, but I'm not completely happy with this because I want the meeting to happen next week. So I'll say here that next week. Yeah, and then I save and I send. And done. Then the next document is, there's a PDF file in an email, which is a company presentation. And I might not be immediately interested to open it. I want to first know what it is about. So I say summarize document. Okay, now it's generating the summary. Okay, topic is scaling high-quality climate action through tech, and there are some key points there. It seems to be a software platform. It empowers developers with conservation tools, and so on. Okay, that sounds interesting. I'm ready to invest a little bit more of my time, which is good because it's a company I created. So I said that, okay, let's preview it. So it opens the PDF automatically here on the screen, and I can read it through here. I can make it bigger if I want. I can print it out and so on. Okay, all right, that's cool. Then I said that, okay, let's finish this task. And now we can start looking at I mentioned the knowledge base as a new concept on curated information. So I'd like to chat with some of the knowledge bases. Just a second. Some of the knowledge bases we have uploaded here or connected to or available. So we have one knowledge base which is about deforestation, which is one of the topics I'm working with. So I actually created this myself. I uploaded relevant documents and articles and research report about African deforestation, which is a massive issue. We have also knowledge base about Jolla history. That's in building currently. And then there's going to be a Sailfish OS knowledge base about technical things and so on. But these are just examples. Anybody could create it doesn't require any technical knowledge to create a knowledge base. So okay, now let's assume that we trust on this deforestation knowledge base, and we want to connect to it. And then I asked that, okay, what is the rate of African deforestation? Now we are everything. All these are now handled with the local AI model. What we have in a box. It's a small model, so it's a bit slow on processing. We can also, on the other case example, we'll show how you connect to another bigger AI model outside of the box. And so user always has a choice to do that as well. And of course, sometimes the information is not sensitive, as in this case, it's not sensitive. We could use some bigger language models in there. So we get an answer. So current estimated rate of African deforestation stands at approximately 3.2 million hectares per year, which is a massive amount of deforestation. So I can basically continue on this. I can ask about what are the reasons, what are the reasons, or let's ask, what are the reasons for deforestation? And one of the problems of large AI models, if you have been reading about it, or if you've been trying out some of the, like ChatGPT 3.5 or something, it hallucinates basically. It could basically just start inventing things. This what we are now doing is using different approach. It's just reading the articles what has been uploaded to this knowledge base. So it doesn't really hallucinate, I would say, at all, basically. But of course, it then is as good as the information uploaded there. Okay, so we have information that logging, agriculture expansion, and urbanization are the main reasons for this. Okay, then, but let's try another tool, what we have developed here. Let's finish this one and write a report. So now we can use same knowledge bases to write the report on here. For example, and in this case, maybe I want to go into larger model, and or when I could need Scandinavian languages, so I could use this Poro AI developed by Silo AI in a Finnish company, so I could connect to their model here. In this case, I'm connecting to latest GPT model, GPT-4o, and then again I'm using the deforestation database. I'm asking it to write, but then at the same time we don't use GPT's knowledge base. We just use the information what is uploaded in the documentation. So okay, let's put here the African deforestation. I'd like to have 500 words of report, and then describe in detail the scale, causes, and impact of African, deforestation. Okay. I can ask AI to generate questions. So how this works is that it writes based on the questions what I have listed here. So it searches through the knowledge base and tries to find the answers. And then, so there's ready question here, what is the current scale of deforestation in Africa, which we already asked here. And what are the primary reasons for deforestation in Africa? We take that one as well. So then we can put something of our own, which countries have highest, rate of deforestation. And then then let's put that what are the implications of deforestation. Spelling mistake there, but it doesn't matter. And now basically it fetches from the knowledge base, sends the matches to ChatGPT, which generates the report. So we don't use the knowledge base of the ChatGPT in this case. And then we have a pretty detailed report about this thing. And you can do this with your own reports as well. If you have company reports, for example, in your database, in that case, you could connect to, for example, Llama 3, which is Facebook's or Meta's open source model, which we know that it's not going to be trained, so you're fairly safe with your data. And you could use that for the company sensitive information, for example, if you need larger processing capacity. Or you could, as an advanced user, you could download into your more powerful PC or desktop a larger language model, and then ask our Jolla Mind to connect to that one as well. So you can do that as well if you want. So we'll finish now this part of the demo, and then I would invite Markus from Prefina on the stage to show how Prefina's fitness coach will be connecting to Jolla Mind 2 and how it works and what are the potential there. Welcome, Markus.
This way. Get the table in the right way. Is that good enough?
I think it follows.
This is the entertainment part. All right, great. Thank you, Antti, first of all. It's great to be here. So my name is Markus Lampinen, and I am the CEO of Prefina. You're going to see my hands here in this, but I'll come back to it so that you don't see any spelling mistakes that I make, at least at this stage. I can't guarantee later. So I'm the CEO of Prefina, and Prefina is a consumer-focused data and AI company. I flew in here yesterday from San Francisco, so I'm a little bit farther away. So that's a third caveat that I have for my spelling mistakes if you see them later. One of the things that we connected with the Jolla team and Antti in particular on earlier was this concept that AI is coming into all of our lives. It's coming into everything that we have, but there's a couple of things that we share an interest in the development of AI. One is this very basic concept that who controls your data controls your AI. That's a very fundamental choice that we at Prefina have been working toward with our own community, and we believe that consumers should have a choice of controlling their own AI themselves. That's one. The second thing, which I'll also demonstrate to you, is AI has first and foremost permeated productivity and work, which is great. We all spend a lot of time in work. At the same time, we do a lot of other things too. So our company at Prefina, we specialize in the personal data that you generate. So behavioral data, health and wellness data. And this is data that using AI can actually benefit you in many aspects of your life. So coming back to my phone, what I'm going to show you now is how we're collaborating with Jolla and this new interesting platform here. What we do is we allow individuals and developers to create their own AI agents that help them. We allow these AI agents to connect to their own data, and then we ensure that you can actually use them privately. So let me go in and ask it that based on my data, when I was flying into Helsinki, Let's ask it about my sleep. That's 4 words correct. All right, let's see what it says. The interesting thing is, when you actually can control what your AIs have access to, you can also choose how they're working for you. And if you control the data that you feed them, you can also make sure that they're actually working in your own interests. Okay, that's interesting. But everybody in this room knows that if you travel 10 time zones in 17 hours, then your sleep is not going to get better. Let's ask it to elaborate, especially around the deep and the REM sleep, which didn't give any numbers on. So it says that my deep and REM sleep were notably lower and affected by the travel. But now it's actually saying that my previous night improved the deep and REM sleep. Yesterday I got 1 hour and 15 minutes of deep sleep and 1 hour and 40 minutes of REM sleep. Probably a little optimistic, but maybe I didn't get more sleep than that. So when you control and when you can actually create these own AIs, then this one that I've got here, this is one that I've set up for different fitness recommendations. So knowing this, the sleep data and coming into Helsinki, let's ask it what type of exercise it would recommend. All right. The benefit of it actually being personal to you and having this data that it can use privately is that it's actually giving me one-on-one advice now. So it wouldn't be that helpful if actually it just tells me some blanket statements, but it actually knows that I've changed time zones and it knows that, well, my sleep hasn't been that hot the last 2 nights, then it can probably suggest something that's actually helpful. Now, this is just a very, very simple example, but if you start imagining what type of things and activities you have in your lives, there's not just one thing, right? There's many. And if you think about these AI models, you should be able to use them across all of the different activities that you've got. And that's a collaboration that we're hoping to do with Jolla, and just make sure that this is something that individuals themselves, they can control and they can benefit from. As a sign-off, I was not here in 2013, unfortunately, but I can guarantee you 2035. So that's a milestone. Thank you.
Thank you, Markus. Is this mic on? Yes, it is. It is, yes. All right. So with Briefina, we are continuing working together and making this collaboration work and looking for other third-party partners as well, which can connect to. And I could foresee, for example, medical analysis could be very interesting, which is super private and important for all of us, but at the same time very beneficial if all of us could get kind of a pre-analysis, for example, of our laboratory tests or health data and so on. So all kind of applications could be kind of emerging from this kind of things if we are able to kind of solve the privacy challenge. Let me switch back to our presentation. So Jolla Mind 2 is still it's in development and very possibly and that's what we are targeting. Will be shipping this by end of the year for the consumer market. But at the same time, we are looking for early community, early developers, and also, even if you are not a developer yourself, but you want to be participating and maybe innovating in new knowledge bases or something, you are welcome to participate on our community edition pre-sales, which is opening today, right now, at shopjolla.com, at the same time as the Jolla community device there. And we have a small community edition. We start with the 500 devices edition, and those will be selling with a 30% discount from the actual consumer price of 699 VAT included on there. And then those devices will be delivered to the community in September. And then we are looking, and you can be staying tuned for the next batch, which is basically then shipping in October as well, targeted for the community. And then mentioning also that there will be a monthly subscription fee of €9.99 on this, and then the first community edition will enjoy 6 months free of this subscription fee. All right, I think that's probably the end of the presentation part, and I would welcome you to enjoy drinks and food.
Q&A.
Yes, also there's if there are questions, we are happy to answer now, of course, and then there's somewhere there is a demo corner as well for the AI. You can go there, and I think Tom and Annika will be hosting the demo corner. And you can maybe test yourself it also.
Yeah, but really, if there are any questions to any of the topics that you have heard and learned today, we are happy to address those right now, later during the evening, and so forth. Was there supposed to be something on the screen for this Q&A? Perhaps not?
I don't
know.
think so.
Okay. Anyway. Okay, yeah, well, we can collect questions also there. And there is a microphone. I think Antti is running with that there, if there's questions from the audience, so that others can hear also. So if you have a question, please feel free to shoot. Is there anything on the chat?
Yes.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
So first one, what will happen if we don't pay the subscription? Hear me? Yes. What happens if we don't pay the subscription?
Which one? The phone or the...
It's not specified. Which one? Whichever.
I think it means the phone.
Yeah, well, the Jolla community phone comes with a 12-month subscription. You can continue using Sailfish OS. That's yours after that. But of course, if you stop paying for the subscription, you will not enjoy automatic software updates, releases, and so forth. But you can continue to use the software. The phone doesn't disable, so if that's the question, so that's really the case. The same goes with the Sony devices. So if you, let's say, you download the free trial version, you like it, then you upgrade to the paid subscription. You use that for a year or whatever, and then you just don't want to pay. I don't know. You can continue to use the software, but of course we cannot then serve you with the latest software releases and updates and so forth. That's the name of the game. It's a subscription model, but also you can continue to use the device.
All right. Will there be any way to know what the AI is trained on? I'm guessing ethical training is a priority.
Yeah, so maybe one clarity on our positioning here. So we are using the open source AI models. As those who have been following the AI industry know that it's developing exponentially fast, basically. So whenever there's a new model which is efficient and good enough, we'll offer it for the users. And users can actually choose the model themselves, what is run locally as well. There are some limitations when we are processing the user data. It's called vector embeddings, basically. Those models we need to be selecting by ourselves because they need to be productized otherwise the software doesn't work properly. But the local models, users can choose themselves. Currently, the device is running Microsoft's V3 model, which is a 3 billion parameter model. And our expectation is that there will be twice better models in next 6 months, which are twice smaller basically than the current models. There's extremely fast development there. So that's why I'm pretty confident that the strategy what we have is very good, because this device can stay a very long time with the user and be kind of a competitive long time as well with this kind of model.
All right, very popular question, the state of Qt.
The state of Qt. Well, Sailfish OS uses Qt, and that's also one of the reasons that we further develop, and as noted in the roadmap, we separate now the Sailfish core, so it will be actually also available for headlet units and so forth. So there is no dependency directly to Qt when it comes to Sailfish core. Mine too is powered by Sailfish core. This is also very important, of course, for all of us here. Sailfish OS continues to utilize Qt.
Will there be updates on that? So will there be newer versions and everything?
Sure, but that's also heavy lifting. So that's something with our resources. So we do it once we can. Formerly, we had limitations when it comes to GPL version 3 and so forth, but I guess we don't have those anymore.
One more question about the subscription. I think someone misunderstood. Commercial components like Android app support, Microsoft Exchange, etc. will still work if you stop paying for the subscription, but are we getting new updates or not?
Yeah, the so-called commercial components. So the difference, first of all, in Sailfish OS, the free trial version is free. So that's simple. But it does not include the so-called commercial components, namely the most important Android application support, which is for you free to choose whether you want to use it, but that's part of the name of the game that we charge for. Other components and so forth as well, you can continue using those if you don't pay the subscription after a while and so forth, but we will not provide you automatic updates on those components. That's subject to the subscription.
One question been repeated a couple of times by different people. Will the community phone have video out over USB-C?
Video out over USB-C? I would need to ask Marco or our CTO. I wouldn't even know the answer on that. Can somebody make that happen? Where is Marco? Beats me, I don't know. Perhaps somebody can answer from the community whether it would work.
All right, well...
We'll see. We'll see. Sorry, I don't know that now. All right. We'll get back to that, of course, and plenty of other details as well. So actually now coming to that, so there's far more detail in shop.jolla.com. So there is product page of both the products and so forth. So you can get lots of details on the hardware and capabilities and so forth on there as well.
I just want to respond to that.
Björn, yes.
Yeah.
Please take a microphone so that people can hear.
Yeah, this is still weird for me. Anyway, what I want to say is that when there are more long-running questions, which we cannot answer immediately since, well, we don't know everything, it would be better to just ask them on the forum, ask them in community meetings.
That's a good point.
That's a good point. To reply to them, and yeah.
Indeed, very good point. So Sailfish and also mine too lives about community and together with the community, and we want to share all this information, and therefore whenever there is such a question, we always prefer that the question is addressed and posted in the community forums that we offer. We participate, our developers participate there, the community participates so that we can share the information. It's far better than contacting individual customer support and so forth, so that everybody can enjoy. Are there any other questions from the audience?
Subscription.
Slava, yes.
Subscription.
Let's take it on the microphone. I can repeat it. I guess, was it about the weather component? Do I get it correctly?
Yes. Is Foreca, whether subscription going to be extended?
Well, the question is that whether this Foreca subscription works in the future, that's between business companies and business terms. I cannot comment anything on behalf of that company, but we all know that we can make weather working, and I guess you know it yourself as well.
Yeah, that's the important part.
Yes. Well, we'll get that. Of course, please remember that we went through quite tough times, and there was quite distress for a couple of years in developing the asset now. And as I said earlier, let's look at how much we have actually been able to put together in 6 months. It's amazing amount of stuff. All these collaborations and the Mind2 device and all that, and a very credible roadmap for getting Sailfish forward, and really happy to see so many people here and also live in the chat and so forth. So, step at a time. Louis, please.
Hi. You talked about the new Jolla phone, community phone. Yeah. What if I break it? What if I break the screen? Can I get repair parts if it's let's say I break it myself and it's not something that can be repaired under warranty?
Yeah, so the question really about the, in a way, warranty and related stuff and so forth. So of course it's a smartphone, and regular repairs and so forth will be made available. Many times this level of price points, it's simply easier to swap the device directly. So we'll offer a service for that, yes.
Okay, thank you. And the Jolla Mind 2, you say that it's using some open AI. So what license is this AI model licensed under?
Yeah, so locally currently runs Microsoft's V3, which is under MIT license on there. And then we are constantly screening the new models which are coming to the market and evaluating which could be offered to run locally on the device. And then it's a separate question when it connects, if you connect to a global, let's call them global models, and then you can choose based on the AI what is your favorite, or whichever is providing at the same time the good service.
But if I add on that to Antti's saying here, is that the design principle with the product is that you are empowered to run as much as possible locally, physically in the device. And then if there is a need to go to a larger model or paid model in the cloud, then that's your decision. You can do that. We enable that. But
thank you.
You're welcome. Most welcome. Yeah, please, from the chat.
All right, 1 second, sorry. I lost it, one moment.
Meanwhile, is there anything from the audience? Please, microphone. Maybe we can get another microphone there as well.
Yeah, yes. So about the Jolla Mind 2, so if you then connect it to a global AI, is it then like the open source version of it, or will you get access to the paid subscription with the Jolla Mind 2?
Yes, you get access to the paid subscription, for example, for ChatGPT latest model as well. But of course, then there's a kind of a base subscription fee, includes certain amount of tokens basically for this. But you get already with that access to there, so it could become quite handy for you to switching between different models even.
Mm-hmm. So if you need like a bit of everything, then this is like a package deal and might end up being cheaper.
Exactly.
Good question.
Yeah, so from the
yeah,
chat...
you found the question from the chat.
Yes. Some people are asking about other countries and US and other areas in the world other than Europe. Any plans for expansion?
Phone and the Mind 2, or it doesn't specify?
No.
Well, let me...
I think it's phone.
Well, let me start with the phone. So we are a European company. We make this in Europe now, also together with the European hardware partner. This is our home territory. And this is where we can easily scale and sell this. Going to other regions, of course, we are open to collaboration with distributors and so forth, but it's a fair heavy lift to go, for example, to the US market with FCC and all sorts of regulations and so forth. But trust me, we are trying to find a model so that it would be available in limited batches also in other regions than those that we are currently starting the sales with the community phone. I know, of course, we all know that there's a lot of interest, for example, in the US continent for Sailfish itself and this kind of offering. And many people have found their way to buy the device and use it. You can use the software. We don't limit the usage of the software, but just practically arranging so that that we can sell and distribute it in distant places and offer warranty and swaps and stuff like that. It's a heavy lift for this size of a company, but we try our best.
And for the Jolla Mind 2, we start now with European sales, but we are already making steps to be able to offer it globally as well for the, of course, first for the developer community.
Yeah, and that's actually a good point that also tells a lot about the difference of the product. This is a cellular product. Mobile phone is a cellular product with lots of regulation. You need to pass the regulation. This is a computer. This is a mini PC. This is a very powerful, affordable mini PC. This is far more easier to get distributed and so forth around the world. Yeah. Very different type of product, but very good question.
Do we have capacity for more?
Sure. And also from the audience, please. But
yes.
Either way, was there? James, please.
Here? Okay. Will the Jolla C2 have 5G if the Sailfish 5 is compatible with 5G?
This Jolla C2 with this price point does not feature 5G. It's LTE plus. Some markets call it 4.5G. It's very fast. It has a lot of memory and so forth, but it's not a 5G phone.
All right.
But of course, then you can, if you really want to go with 5G, you have the Sony Xperia 10, 4, and 5, and those are 5G phones. And as we went through in the roadmap, those will be supported in 5G as of Sailfish 4.6 onwards.
Great. About the Mind 2, the subscription, will it also give you extra stuff like more storage and things like that, or is it just the things you talked about?
Yeah, so we are shipping this for the first batches for the community with 1 terabyte SSD. So that's included in the community batches, and then we are continuing adding new agents there into there. So when we are shipping, there will be, compared to what you saw today, a much bigger amount of agents, and it will be much more versatile as well by then.
All right, and from the same person, is the Mind 2 monthly subscription mandatory or not?
Yeah, in this case, it's mandatory because we need to be updating and maintaining the software. So there has to be a kind of a subscription fee there.
All right. There are more questions, but we got time.
Let's see if there's anything from the audience. Please, microphone.
Yes. I wanted to ask you about from the Sailfish core and IoT devices and embedded devices. So will I be able to run that on a Raspberry Pi or something of that nature?
Well, this is not too far.
Well, it's not, but you were quite vague on your slides about, what.
Well, this is something also that we are developing, and now Sailfish 5 will be in a way, the separation point, and that's something we are working on, and we will be releasing that later on during Q3, and then the supported devices and so forth. But essentially, yes, that what we are talking about, for example, headless devices, such as this type of Linux computers will be supported by Sailfish Core.
Great, thanks.
One more question, and then we will
I have a really
move to
interesting
party mode.
I have a really interesting one here.
Okay. Go ahead.
I'm curious about this. If the Mind 2 is basically just a mini PC with AI system on it and has a subscription, if someone was able to build their own mini PC, would they be able to put a Mind 2 subscription on it?
Tom, do you want to answer to this?
Okay.
Okay.
But in the future, I think we will be enabling that. Not in the beginning, but there is maybe in the future possibilities.
Well, we need the microphone.
So answer shortly. Okay, just give the microphone to the lady.
Yeah, we're looking into it.
So, sure.
Possibly, but yeah, not in the beginning.
And one more.
Is this the last question? now?
Yes, this is the last question.
Okay.
So, how long till the general intelligence? General artificial intelligence?
That's a easy question, not our field at all. I'm also wondering what that is. We are just here to help humans with the simple technology. Okay.
All right. Hey, thank you for your attention. Hopefully you enjoyed the product releases, the roadmap, and stuff like that. Thank you for really good questions, both from the audience and from the chat. Any final words?
And hey, really, there's Annika. Where is the demo corner? Then it's
Up here, so anybody who wants to actually see this up close.
yeah.
Come see from outside.
And evening continues. There will be an artist presenting here, some music. So let's enjoy the evening. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Our stage host Antti will tell more.
Thank you, Antti and Sami, for a great